Philadelphia has some of the most chaotic surveillance footage you will ever see. In this video, you are going to see suspects jump out with rifles, run down on victims in the middle of intersections, fire dozens of rounds into crowded streets, and turn simple moments into full-scale shootings within seconds. Some of these surveillance clips were too graphic to fully show on these platforms. The full uncut versions, exclusive case files, crime scene photos, murder reports, and deeper breakdowns connected to these investigations are being uploaded to TopTrendReportTV.com inside the surveillance archive. May 23, 2024, 300 East Allegheny Avenue. What starts as a traffic collision suddenly turns into complete chaos. Surveillance footage shows a man riding a scooter before a black sedan crashes into him and knocks him to the ground. But instead of staying down or trying to get help, the suspect immediately pulls out a firearm and starts firing directly into the street. Bullets begin flying across Allegheny Avenue while innocent people scramble for cover. A 47-year-old woman is struck in the face and left in critical condition. A 45-year-old man is hit in the leg. Even worse, an 8-year-old child suffers a graze wound to the head during the gunfire. As the suspect flees, cameras capture him limping heavily with an injured ankle, missing one of his white sneakers while still trying to escape the scene. July 19, 2023, 1 South 52nd Street. This one looks calm for a few seconds, then the entire intersection erupts. Two suspects are first seen casually walking through the area before multiple people suddenly start exchanging gunfire in the middle of the street. Surveillance footage captures people running in every direction while stray bullets tear through the intersection. A 32-year-old man is struck in the leg, but one of the most disturbing parts of the case is that an 11-year-old girl standing nearby is also hit by gunfire during the shootout. None of the victims were the intended targets. They were simply caught in the middle of the crossfire. I can't show the full video right here, so make sure you go to my website to check this one out because this one is wild. November 9th, 2022, 5401 Akron Street. This was not a random shooting, it was a full execution caught on surveillance cameras. Two suspects track a 29-year-old victim into the area before one of them suddenly opens fire from close range. Investigators say at least 21 rounds were fired during the attack. The shooter, wearing a full face mask and dark clothing, stands over the victim while continuing to fire before both suspects sprint westbound down Sanger Street. The sheer number of shots fired makes it clear this was an extremely targeted killing. November 21st, 2022, 5539 Market Street. I can't show this full video right here either, so make sure you go to my website to check this one out. It's free. Around 8:52 in the morning, people are outside starting their day when a gunman wearing a black Nike hoodie and balaclava suddenly approaches a man standing near a corner market. Without hesitation, he raises a silver and black handgun and unloads 13 shots in rapid succession before running east down Market Street. Surveillance footage clearly captures the suspect's black and red Jordan 11 sneakers as he disappears from the scene after the ambush. May 30th, 2022, 1733 West Oxford Street. This was one of the most heavily armed attacks in the entire video, so I put the full version on the site. A stolen silver Acura SUV pulls up to the corner before three suspects jump out and immediately move toward the victims. Two are carrying handguns while another suspect is carrying a rifle. The footage shows the shooters spreading out as they ambush the victims from multiple angles. Even the driver joins in, firing shots from inside the moving SUV while slowly rolling through the intersection. Investigators say at least 65 rounds were fired before the suspects piled back into the Acura and sped away. One victim was killed while another was left critically injured. October 18th, 2022, 3222 West Allegheny Avenue. A dark sedan with chrome rims stops near a common driveway before 4 masked suspects, dressed completely in black, jump out at the same time. Within seconds, the group begins firing dozens of rounds down the driveway toward a single victim. Investigators later recovered 54 pieces of ballistic evidence from the scene. The victim survived despite suffering 8 gunshot wounds throughout his body. The amount of shell casings left scattered across the block shows just how overwhelming the attack was. October 13th, 2022, 133 North 10th Street. This one became strange almost immediately. Surveillance footage captures a suspect walking up to an Infiniti sedan parked inside a lot before firing multiple shots directly through the windshield. But after the gunfire, the driver suddenly speeds away from the scene without ever calling police or reporting the shooting. Investigators later focused heavily on the suspect vehicle, a silver Dodge Durango with front end damage, hood scoops, tinted windows, and a missing front bumper cover. October 13, 2022, 3249 North Front Street. 2 masked suspects attempt to rob a 30-year-old man in the middle of the afternoon before the situation turns violent. One of the suspects stands out immediately because he is wearing leopard print pajama pants with red slides while carrying a black handgun. After opening fire and critically wounding the victim with shots to the lower back and hip, the suspects split up during the escape. One flees northbound on a bicycle while the second suspect runs south on foot. October 12, 2022, 4913 Wayne Avenue. This one changes fast the moment the victim fights back. Surveillance footage shows 2 suspects jumping out of a silver sedan and aggressively running directly toward the victim while opening fire. One suspect is armed with a handgun while the second suspect is carrying a rifle, but instead of collapsing or running away, the victim pulls out his own weapon and starts shooting back at them. The suspects immediately begin retreating in confusion while backing away from the gunfire before scrambling back into their vehicle and fleeing down Wayne Avenue. September 26, 2022, 641 North 13th Street. A dark Nissan Altima with tinted windows and a missing rear hubcap pulls up near the steps of a residential block in broad daylight. 3 suspects suddenly jump out and unleash approximately 36 shots at a 19-year-old victim sitting outside. The attack happens so quickly that the victim barely has time to react before the shooters rush back into the vehicle and flee. Investigators later focused heavily on the damaged Nissan Altima because of the paper tag and visible damage along the driver's side of the vehicle. Some of these surveillance clips were too graphic to fully upload on these platforms. The full uncut versions, exclusive case files, crime scene photos, murder reports, and deeper breakdowns connected to these investigations are being uploaded to TopTrendReportTV.com inside the surveillance archive.